about the state of the individuals, the aim, and Mongols are a very nice balance of tactical but incredibly confidence-based. Maui put it that Senzu, sometimes he'll get 3 bursts in a row, and if he doesn't get one of those bursts, he instantly dies. He goes all or nothing.
Right.
And that's something I really love. That's also something, the kind of confidence it's going to take to beat the #1 team.
No doubt.
I do think they have it.
Is it going to be a fast one out the gate here with the ramp control instantly? Mongols ready to set it all up. They should also have a newfound confidence on this map, specifically with that masterclass of a comeback over Aurora, where Blitz said they started to get a little too loud, so I had to shut it down. And his play individually was so confident as well. Bit of a hiccup here for Senzu.
Oh.
Gets killed easily by Mezzi after eating the frag grenade. Flamesy's on the scene, top stairs players popping heads as that... Well, that was their best chance at starting the T-side strong, and it gets obliterated in a mere 5-second attempt out that ramp.
It was very quick, very decisive, and to come from Flamesy and Mezzi, who in the games where Vitality don't do well, it's usually them who are just having an off day, and it looks strange. You're like, oh man, is the floor kind of a little bit lower than you really anticipate, but Flamesy and Mezzi, I think they got the full house straight up on this hold. Great start to a CT side. So, yeah, now instantly Mongols have their work cut out for them.
They won't be doing much work in this one. Desert Eagle for Blitz. You know, we saw Blitz come out versus Aurora with a knife kill inside of Sandwich. We saw Blitz try to throw a triple op setup at Aurora in that game. We saw Blitz instantly entry frag ramp versus 2 Aurora players on A site in a matter of seconds. I'm willing to bet he's going to try to bring that to the table tonight. It's going to get absolutely shredded top middle, as you'd anticipate. Wide swing, no kills, all's good Vitality. But as this game goes on, if there is a world where he can affect the outcome, I think you can start to bank on Blitz playing that slightly more aggressive.
He's their best player right now. And like, when you look at overall consistency across this team into playoffs and everything, you don't call Blitz a playoff choker. You don't call Blitz a bottom performer ever. He is just their best player as well as their IGL. Senzu just seems to have the most potential. So tapping into that, you get it sometimes, sometimes you don't. 910's right behind him. But you don't really see Blitz collapse ever.
No, absolutely not. It would be enough of a force to keep them standing. They've gotten further this time than they did in the pistol. And Flamesy eats a flashbang in the middle of the execute. There's a bit of scaling going on. They hit a hiccup, slide down into Sandwich. Seems to have gone unnoticed. Apex looking for a sliver to shoot at. Default plant will be safe. Mzino in the middle of the site. And now Zywoo's playing around smokes as well. So there's CTs here in the shadows. Apex reveals himself. And he's not able to hold back to the player top Tetris. Zywoo still middle of the site, swapping sides. Here for Ticket, but that opens the door up for Rops, and the 35 health of 910 now has to be enough to clutch. Bomb is planted, opposite side triple. Do they find a way to get their hands on it where he's got to swing wide? Misses the chance at jumping on the player behind that box. Climb up onto default here from Zywoo. Nice. And a 3-0 start Vitality.
There was a small chance there. I don't know if there was a second wraparound through CT, and that's why Techno wasn't ready for it. But this is a very weird position. I think when Apex dropped off in a Sandwich unspotted, he called for some assistance to push in through missiles and just get really aggressive with him. Zywoo came in and got out after getting this kill. Very, very clean stuff. He was swift and definitely a nightmare again for them the last time that they played. So, I mean,
and maybe the replay, there was a second player that came Ticket late. Techno got the first on the jump up, so...
Right, so that's a nice rotation, and yeah.
Ooh, but hold your horses. Blitz solo AK trying to go hero mode round 4. Maybe that catches Apex off. He tries to climb through window, loses his head instantly, and 4v5 for Vitality to keep this flawless defense going.
And I thought that Liquid game was like a sign of weakness out of Vitality, but it also may have been just a wake-up call.
Well put. Yeah, Liquid finally starting to punch upwards here in Malta. Cut short of the upset. Ooh, Blitz then also gets timing. AK is going to change hands. 9-10 holds onto it, plus the util, trying to get them in. Flamesy waiting for that moment to strike, but a deagle hits him in the head, and Techno's Tech 9 over the stairs. 4v2 is what they had. 2v2 is what they've got left.
Delicious couple of kills there for Mezzi. And now they've got back control. Doubled up in CT. They have a lot of angles covered.
Another ding. Oh, and a kill. But with Flames in front of the Palace, there's no world where Senzu can swing until it burns out. Nade with his name on it.
Timing.com for Rops. It was just a matter of timing. Exactly when Senzu wanted to fight. And that nade is really shallow. If he's not peaked yet, he doesn't die.
But it's just perfectly timed after the fire extinguishes itself. Good on Blitz to find this rapid frag. Yeah, I feel like Apex didn't see that one coming. And not only do you get a round where it's like Blitz opens with the AK, but then a deagle connects. Tech 9 headshots are coming through. There was definitely something to stand on there for Mongols. Comes down to the half-health 1v1. So that'll chip away at some cash for Vitality. And we've been talking a lot about the strength of CT sides and the cash flows as of late. So that's a good round for the Mongols to keep Vitality on their toes. It's not going to keep ZywOo off his op.
I like the way ZywOo's been moving, for sure. This is just a bait. I was not even going to come forward or get aggressive. They just want the B players off to get them to lose vision. Bomb looks like it's going to head back to the A site.
Well, this attack was spread out. Now Flamesy's feeling like it's his turn to make a move.
Nice.
And he puts his head right in that crosshair. Mzinho opening frag. And no shuffle from Vitality off of the staircase yet, so there won't be anybody hard dedicated to this site. Mezzi now sprinting over as Apex does slide into triple double smoke out mid. There is 2 mid players here for the Mongols, but it's majority in Palace with 3. Met by smoke. That'll slow them down at 35 seconds, you'd assume.
Palace walk is fine for the CTs. They got Mezzi here, but
one emergence. Easy pickups
nice
for ZywOo and Mezzi. And then as the connector players arrive, Mezzi's going to go wide swinging. Off to a good start, 6-3.
yeah, trades aren't fantastic. There's a chance.
Op moving into position. Op battle here on a site. 9-10 ready for ZywOo's arrival. So Rops with no death so far on Mirage.
Wow, not often you see ZywOo walk into a death like that. I don't think he expected they planted for CT when they had right side of the site, more control over it. No one in CT spawn.
Rops' frag could soften somebody up, but you are against what is supposed to be the stars of the Mongols.
No one half HP until now.
That'll hit hard. Molotov would flush him out of the backside as well, but time is too far gone for this one. And so 9-10 just looking to escape with his life. We've got the Mongols on the board, 5 rounds into play.
Yeah, and Rops not in a position to go get that op, obviously. They'll keep the score clean. It's a nice round here for the Mongols. Couple of moments where they could have picked up even more T rounds, to be honest, but this one's one of the more surprising ones. The CT rotate from Mezzi was perfect. Timing was great. It covered Palace where Mongols wanted to walk out of. It punished the exact setup that came through. So of all the rounds that we've seen get close or converted, it's a surprise it's that one. But that's the thing. They always keep hope alive.
Sure.
Definitely.
They also did have that 5v4 advantage. Got taken back, but felt like the momentum kept moving forward. And you can see the limitations now. This is that 1v1 that Rops won, pushes Apex to an MP9. Flamesy, just the flash at the moment.
They think it's going to be a B split. Like, Vitality are really prepared for it. Look, they got the op and 2 riflers here off of Cat, ladder room, doubled up. A full A play, if this happens now, it's their best chance to get a plant. Vitality are definitely sort of banking on this. They're not ready to move just yet.
Mongols don't show their hand.
Wow, it's really just getting better and better. It puts Vitality in a position where they might think about saving if they don't get the early kills on the exec. Let's see if those right side smokes come up. Everything, in fact.
Easy entrance for the Mongols, not a challenge in sight.
Now, it's a full exec, so they use a lot of utility here.
Yep, we've got this close smoke on ticket. Apex, though, stomps the rotation inwards.
He stopped the bomb.
Mzinho's on high alert, but you're right. Bomb gets scooped up a second time. They know he's coming at this. 910 with a good shot over top of it. Smoke fades, trades go back to the Mongols' favor. Famas to make a bit of a difference as we go back to a 910 Senzu 2v2.
Now they have to find
still no bomb down.
Yeah, because they kept stopping it. They got to find out the second player. Senzu's going to risk it. Bomb's planted default, however, and he dies. This is awkward now for 910.
The boost is what really opens that one. 910's gonna have to find both these shots, and with a smoke up already, they could have crossed the triple. He doesn't know the precise positions, but they've now added another smoke. Safely crossing, step by step, sees a sliver, hits his shot, and then off of the bomb is Flamesy. He comes out wide versus a Glock, doesn't get the kill! You're kidding!
What's happened?
910 sidearm has no business winning, and yet he still pulls that off.
Did Flamesy pick up a gun with no ammo, or did he use it and not reload?
I'm not sure.
It's early, because he just stopped shooting. No chance. You should normally be able to win with the Glock, but actually, look how important this round is.
It's immense. It was all the money Vitality had.
It could have been a save, but it's actually a full commitment.
7 bullets.
Ooh. That's very awkward. Very awkward. There's guns there. He knows that the push is coming, but he might be faking it.
Ooh, that is the door blown off the hinges for the Mongols.
It just instantly, Vitality broke. T-side opened up here for Mongols. Gotta give it to Vitality. Can't believe they brought that close considering the weapons they had coming into the round, but they really needed to win that, it looks like. There's always room to fumble around like this when Vitality are on the other side, however.
Taking over ladder at the moment. Mezzi's 5-7, ready to go, while Smoke top con. Bogdan's Law. See if 910's got the AK entry. Senzu gets flashed into Catwalk.
Flash.
Beautiful setup here from Blitz with both the flash assist into the op frag. There's Rops, though.
Nice shot.
And Rops is having a phenomenal event.
By the way, they're still coming A.
P250 to Palace, hits the dink. 7 health for Mzinho. But Rops would need to ace.
Every other team would run from him and just go plant on B, right?
Instead, they put fire in front of him, bullets through the wood. Nade, well, what goes around comes around, and Rops falls victim to the frag grenade this time. Vitality not able to stop Mongols.
That's the door wide open now. They convert the anti-eco pretty effectively. They keep a little extra money for 2 seat-side chances. They won their close rounds already. It's hard to break the CT money right now, and they've done it. Puts Vitality into an interesting spot. Xtaz getting involved.
Here's that blitz sequence.
Flash is just extraordinary. Mezzi woke up blind the next day after that flash.
Sounds like a night at the pub in Birmingham.
Birmingham.
But you said they broke the economy. Mongols reaped the reward of doing so, and now Vitality back in with guns. But again, low nades. Now things are feeling a little wobbly as that score gets ever closer to the tied 4-4. Op the op.
Oh.
Daiwu's got it this time.
By a frame.
By a fraction of a second, really, too.
That's what Zaiwu's great at, being there just in time.
So the Mongols have to figure out how to get back into this one with nades sailing down in middle. Still going to be a bit fearful of that op re-aggression. But it's a total reposition from Zaiwu, hard dedicated to the back of B and offering mid to the Mongols. So now that they've got it, let's see what they can do with it. Forward positioning on A. Flamesy trying to make a move into the ramp. Flash is fantastic, and it's very well timed again. Vitality just ahead of it as the Mongols crawl out through connector, out through jungle. They've done this approach quietly, You wouldn't have been surprised to see Rops caught off, but he reacts to the Techno walkout. Good wall bang here from Blitz, trying to keep what should be an impossible 2v5 alive.
Whoa.
Senzu turns it up a notch.
Yeah, that's the 180, looking for another peek. Op shot's bad, Cap comes in, but it's not there. Mezzi barely escaping alive. I say barely, he didn't really hit him, but it was feeling like one of those Senzu moments. Nice try in the clutch. Close call. Great job by Rops. I thought he was going to sit, sort of get really stale in that position under Balk and not ever swing and then eventually die. They bounce back off the Xtaz timeout and it goes right into another one. Well, actually, it's the Mongols. Another chance for him to speak.
You got Mara's on the phone. This timing.
Oh, just, wow. I mean, the pre-aim is beautiful, too.
You know, it's like...
Respect that guy so much.
Game recognizes game.
Yeah.
And it's such a lopsided head-to-head between these teams.
You can see him crouching into it as well.
Gotta respect it.
Ooh,
I might get you next.
Second too late. Yep.
It also hasn't been totally lopsided in the ZywOo 9-10 fight.
It looked like he had such a good attitude about it that he's like, yeah, I can't wait to duel you again type of thing.
Techno on the Apps approach, getting Mezzi's grenades burned. And Mezzi's not working alone. You've got a very strong duo up catwalk, 3-player lean towards B.
Yeah, this force, this lean, I should say, is what Vitality were trying to do and get away with versus Mongols. That round they went A.
Yeah, they've been waiting for this.
Yeah, but now ZywOo's going to leave.
They've been waiting for it before it ever came their way.
Oh, my
They
goodness.
pull back when it's finally actually happening. Timing's going to be awkward here. Mezzi needs to deliver. Will find one, but he's standing in the flames, burnt to a crisp. And a late scramble back through the market. Good shot from ZywOo. Techno's up close. And this is going to delay things as bomb gets dropped. CTs know damn well that thing just got flung over towards bench. Smoke in front of the flash comes out. And a very ballsy move from Apex just delivers what is now a man advantage. Senzu picking up his. And as the smoke fades, ZywOo's angle shows nothing. Great cover comes out from apartment. And so ZywOo has to contemplate giving this a genuine try.
I don't know. Dude, like any amount of time burned off the clock and there's no chance he wins. Oh, they peek.
They come to him.
Whoa. Okay.
And Blitz is in T-spawn. Confident that ZywOo's not going to try this.
Yeah, that's actually wild. Senzu now. But, you know, by Blitz leaving this far, Senzu can no longer try this. You know, he can no longer peek.
Yep.
It's almost a psychological trick on your teammate. And actually put ZywOo in an interesting spot, but he's probably not going to leave from here. They really want that off down.
Man, Vitality really had the pieces to hold that back.
They did.
They just pulled them away in the most critical 10 seconds of this round.
Yeah. They, for whatever reason, they doubted themselves. It's hard to say why. We didn't see any lurkers coming out. They just took their time to exact.
I kind of know why. I can understand. How many times have they gone for that setup just for it to do nothing?
Yeah,
for
true.
the Mongols not to be there. So you think yet again, oh, maybe we don't have the right read out of the gate with this matchup today.
That's how we did that?
Okay.
My goodness.
Must be nice to be that good at Counter-Strike.
Back to A plays we go. There's a lot of set stuff happening.
Remember,
a lot less mid control here for Mongols.
Xtaz timeout, Vitality round win. Mara timeout, great reaction.
Yeah, true. He said, hey, we've been going A a lot.
Have you guys ever heard of B? Executes through. ZywOo's missed op shot. Flash eaten fully here by Flamesy.
Gotta be careful if he blocks him.
Oh, and ZywOo's got the cover. Perfect cover for both Flamesy and Apex to work with. And with the AK, great for Flamesy. That is more like it.
Absolutely fantastic spray. Flamesy from the pistol. That last A hold where he got flash into A ramp. This round right here has been a beast on the A site.
I feel feel like there have been a couple moments where the Mongols come out of Palace and kind of look like sitting ducks.
I mean, they're trying to come out.
You see how fucking easy it is? Let's go!
Can't you see how easy it is?
You know, I wish I had the skills of Senzu and the confidence of Dan Madison player.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see how easy it is to be 4-9?
And Flamesy getting the
And he just
highlight.
never gets rocked, this guy.
He's right about the setup. Gets Zaiwu in the right spot, at least.
Yep. Well managed. Big man Dan. Ooh, uncomfortable one, huh? But we've seen the solo AK Blitz play into the Tech-9 Deagles have legs to stand on. The one time Vitality's economy wavered was off of a close round with a buy like this. So let's see how close Mongols contest it. Oh, you get him full blind Flames. He's got to give up the angle, and it looks like Apex got popped by that too.
Oh,
what is that
transfer
snap?
through the wall?
Senzu with an adjustment from the heavens as Zaiwu, no act of God.
Oh, come on.
Mzinho steps out from the Palace, and yet again, similar buy looks even better.
Dude.
They don't bank on Blitz. They rely on Senzu instead.
Senzu gets kills like no one else, man. That's that round. I think if they even had one more player, that one Deke doesn't get shot, they're definitely going to try this retake because they could go for an 8-4 half. They really want to. But you called it. Low buy win here for Mongols.
And it's going to put...
Senzu has a Glock.
Yes, he does.
What? Life comes at you fast, I guess. You just went from winning the lottery to broke in like 10 seconds.
That's the way to do it. Can't take it with you. All right. What?
How'd that happen?
I just gave it over.
Just the spray transfer through
Watch
the wall.
the spray transfer here. Sent it to the right side. Just insta snap over.
That's amazing. That's his special thing. That's his special thing is the wall banks and the smoke spams. Like, no one trusts their intuition like Senzu does. He always goes for them. He's a constant reminder that ammo is free.
9-10 made uncomfortable by the flashes. Ooh, they pop it open. And of course, Zaiwu is going to control the A1S to the top of mid. Bomb down outside spawn, so the Mongols have a long road to recovery.
Yeah, back to full control here for Vitality. Nice start. Again, been a lot less mid control. These last two rounds are an exception, but maybe this is why they want to avoid it. Zaiwu's going to look for this timing. Oh. Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Interesting turn of events here to try to take it back. How long does Apex want to stay committed to this potential walkout? Mzinho took a look, but never stepped forward.
Bomb's going to get spotted here from Flamesy and
well.
Spawn. And I mean, Senzu's walking back to this kind of suspiciously slowly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but now that Flamesy's
Like, he's
here,
holding this.
yeah. No, Mzinho's got wind that it's a possibility.
Let's see about Senzu, how he approaches this.
Oh, these timings are weird. And
Oh, he caught him.
again.
That is clever. My goodness.
Now they start stomping up into the B apartment, so Mezzi's locked in. Mezzi cannot move. You've got nowhere to go. And Techno looking to clear it, but kind of half-asses it. And so a 6 health Senzu and 100 HP on Mzinho with 25 to the clock. And this early indication that B was probably the lean is going to lead them into, at the very least, Mezzi. But Rops is still floating over towards Murder Hole as if there are other options.
They're worried about lurks, too.
Look at this distance between Vitality and Mezzi.
But how do you clear Empty Pillar and Plant at the same time? They have to hold it. Senzu's got to basically get this with the op. Oh, they got the kill. They can plant.
They open it with the Molotov. They force him back, and with CT so far removed, the Mongols have another unlikely opening late in this T-side to tie us up at 6. A 6th health Senzu off, not gonna move. It's got the angle of the player towards market, confirmed here by the spam. If Robs doesn't pull this out of the hat, Then the Mongols have broken through in another unlikely round, but Rop's moving forward just missed what was being held by the op, and now he's back around them, but he gives his back to Senzu.
He didn't even look at Senzu.
This route from Rops, it forces his hand. He starts to move, and like ghosts, Mongols disappear, and like pirates, they rob these last 2 rounds.
Welcome to Masterclass. I'm here with Rops, and we're going to be going over ramp on Nuke. So I wanted to pick your brain on how you play this position, some of the starting spots, how you play this at such a high level. So thanks, Rops.
Oh, fantastic. Let's start. The first thing is like just the rotation part of the ramp is, well, you can give it up. You can go B, play the B bomb site, take a position here. Maybe they come after you, because sometimes the T's, they want to take ramp, but they have an idea after what they want to do. Maybe they want to execute on B, or it's just for pressure and they go back to A or make a wrap around heaven.
Okay, so what about some of the best starting positions in your opinion? What do you go for in terms of starters?
Well, I think, you know, the classic thing is the utility. I like the CS2 smoke is very big, so I like to do a smoke which goes deeper. It covers like perfectly the doorway here. And one of the classic positions is just the headshot angle behind the box. It's a strong position, but I think the meta has shifted a bit where the T's really, on a high level, they really clear this angle. I prefer not to play this too much, just maybe for information. Like then, yeah, we'll go for this and instantly drop down, and I can get a rotation to B. Maybe Zaivu, for example, in my team will, you know, pick up the rotation here, and then like really off angles, which I like, would be like somewhere around here.
Oh wow.
Because this, like, I have a green crosshair and the white kind of blends in.
Oh yeah.
So
sure.
I like to have it just on this door frame here, and it's not really an angle which people clear that often. They look at this box here, and now they kind of swing for backup under heaven. So you kind of miss this angle here sometimes.
Say they have lower control already, you know that they're getting down secret.
Yeah.
What are the spots that you would like to play to just defend the B hit?
When I have time to rotate to B, so they might be in double doors or single door, I will try to always make it to this position here, which is really nice. This is like an angle where the guy actually has to jump up.
Oh, yeah.
So you won't see me as you go here, but you have to jump up. But yeah, if you go like this, it's gonna be an easy frag, as I'm gonna catch you jumping in the transition. The T's have a reaction like, you know, just going crazy with the single door, like opening and then clearing the whole site like this. So this goes really fast and you can easily be caught by that. On B side, I think position also is, this is like an off angle here to hold the B hit, because you're kind of secured by all angles, but then again, you can peek everything. And again, if they strafe on you, it's really fast. So you have to be ready for everything.
Okay, thanks. Really appreciate it. And thanks, Rops, for joining Masterclass.
Thank you for having me.
Give them all.
Utility ramp. I will smoke.
Fuck it.
You too, maybe. I'm blind. I'm playing in the palace smoke. Careful, heroic. Maybe. Heroic, people dead. Sandwich. Two dead. Ramp, last two. One HP, last two ramp.
I'm coming, six.
Nice!
Six boys.
Okay. How fucking easy it is! Let's go!
Six boys.
Yeah, that A-hole did feel easy, but it would wind up being the final round of the half that Vitality managed to win. The last 2 from the Mongols, off the back of this incendiary, clearing empty pit, forcing Mezzi out, and flushing him into a very prepared Mzinho, who then managed to just tear through it. Because earlier this round, we see that death from Techno inside apartments, and we think there's no way they get into B. Lo and behold, for a 6-round T-side on Mirage, the Mongols pull it out of the hat.
They fought really hard for that. I mean, some of the early rounds are even possible. I think it just shows that Mongols can compete even in a rematcher versus Vitality, where they aren't actually able to actually win the series. They're crafty. They've got good individuals. They're shooting hard. They fought back against Zaiwu, who started off extremely strong here on Mirage. So now, not to be the T response.
Ooh, Zaiwu's P250 fails him. Not every day that goes down. Rop's the only kill so far for Vitality, but we've got the answer. Big jump off the ladder, but a good peek out from Senzu from Ticket. P250 now in the hands of Dan. Bomb on his back, but an instant gush is gonna make this a dire position.
Now they're gonna run him down, surely.
Oh, he's got a chance to leave. What's the move here, Apex? A smoke to potentially take it, mark it, but he makes the window jump.
Yeah.
It's being held, of course, in Senzu because he had gotten that early gush. Cleans it up with ease.
That was perfect right there, because CT is covered from his teammate. He has Cat for sure. There's no way for Apex to do anything except for re-aggress towards A, in which case Senzu is still there. So option coverage is 100% in that moment, and it's his gush that allows him to make sure he gets the kill as well. Close call here, but right now, this is pretty massive pistol to be able to win. They split him, and this is also a reminder that Vitality won that first pistol and still only got 6 on CT.
It was a 4-0 start for Vitality in this map. How quickly things can change. Deagle on Rops, Deagle on Mezzi. Ooh, but Blitz gonna make some money, drop the bomb, really slow down any potential threats in this one. And that other Desert Eagle is right behind Zywoo here for the mid-swing. Glock goes first, and Mezzi's trade potential denied. It's the picked up weapon with Apex, who's got the bomb as well, trying to figure out where the hell this CT got off to. He will hunt down Blitz at the very least.
You see how easy it is?
A little bit of revenge, but not enough to get any injection of cash. That bomb plant never goes down.
I like that X-Task comes in for the timeout. I feel like here's where you need an energy injection. Like, all right, time to really take this half seriously. It could feel a little overwhelming. Okay, Mongols are fighting a little harder than we expected. How do we get on track? His last timeout was solid. Oh, he didn't call one? I thought he signaled for one. Maybe he was just doing a gang sign.
You know Mara. Man of the people.
But yeah, this is one round where I would have liked to see one. Let's see what Vitality come up with. And I was talking about X-Taz for the record. I thought Vitality would call one.
Such good flashes. If it wasn't the Cat flash, it would have been Blitz doing it himself. And he's just gonna do it all himself. The second kill to top middle.
And he gets away.
4v3 for the Mongols at an 8-6 lead versus the first guns of Vitality's attack. I mean, this is a golden opportunity.
Senzu down is a nice find. Late round pack coming through here from Vitality. Flamesy sort of leading into this. There are timings available. Blitz goes down to this kill.
Back's turned.
Wow, what a
Great
flick around.
spin. But it falls on Mezzi's 46 health. He's got the players split
He
up.
doesn't know he's under power.
Yeah, somebody clearly just told him. He's gonna have to clear this out. He won't. Mzinho steps in with a headshot, but no, Mezzi definitely lost track of that for a second.
Yeah.
And you kind of see it with his sudden reaction and snap over. You know somebody told him on TeamSpeak,
I mean,
like, bro, he's under Palace still.
Yeah, that should have been immediate, and it would have been pretty much impossible to get out of there, I would assume. So, also, for those who don't know, under Valk is like paper thin. It is so easy to get 100 damage off of through that wall. But Mzinho gets that kill the only way it's possible. Senzu blows on that for good luck. Died early. No problem for his teammates, though. Looks like Vitality might need to win a round like this.
With this charge. I mean, especially considering the Mongols definitely have picked these up. They'll find one hiding behind boxes. Ramp play comes out with the headshot. And lo and behold, we've got Vitality with a chance to pull one over top of the Mongols. Immediate, all in, towards Ticket. Apex just dunking that nade off the back wall, or a smoke, excuse me, to try to cut them off because Senzu's already ahead of it. They will remain with this challenge on site. It makes it uncomfortable for Vitality. And with 3 players layered here, Senzu's got a double kill. They just keep on signing up to these fights, but there's more Mongols than they anticipate. And the Tech 9 of Mezzi's yet to swing.
Why are they fighting them so hard into CT spawn with their guns? There's 3 CTs all here. They could have planted right side.
Mezzi's tech in hand. Second fake plant. The bomb goes down. Flamesy outnumbered, outgunned. Did they think
That's a
that
pretty
there are
massive
less
fumble.
players than there is?
I'm not sure. They really didn't anticipate all of them to come through CT, but at some point, I'm pretty sure they had confirmation on those 3 players. So,
Loser.
yeah, that was really strange. I mean, the bomb was sitting there on Apex, like the position, not the player. And after these kills come down, they've already blown up the right side of the site. Go ahead, put that bomb down. There must have been a miscomm there, surely. Very strange. great for Mongols.
Fantastic.
They were just about to save.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that's a spot you lose 2 players instantly versus an eco. You give up 2 guns. You're like, all right, well, okay, but let's just not overinvest and lose more than we should have.
Fast challenge. Mongols starting to play a bit like there was blood in the water.
Wait a second.
Surprise, surprise. Is it a back-to-back 3 versus 5 recovery?
That was nasty, but then with Apex running out instantly into that op, you kind of want to let that situation breathe for a second,
You know, to be
right?
honest, I thought Apex made some like overly aggressive moves in their quarterfinal game as well. Then he took the bathroom break, ran away, came back, and closed nuke.
Oh, he has to pee is what you're
Right?
saying.
But it's like, you know, and
Oh,
once
look at
upon a
this.
time, we used to criticize Apex for kind of making those overly aggressive decisions, and I haven't seen it for so long.
It's true. That was the, like, yeah, when he was still figuring out the, like, balancing the IPLing and having impact. But, yeah, it's been a minute. In this spot, though, with this death, this gives him a chance. Rops looks like he could save it, but with the timing, is he going to look behind him?
He did already once. 3 sitting ducks, slides through. Oh, all of it!
What a place. 9-10.
Oh my God, and he's on for the ace. Give it to him. All 5 frags to be taken. Apex offered open that flank. And it's 5!
He's nailed it.
9-10 from start to finish, wraps around Vitality and strangles them out of this round.
This is the guy with the grin on his face when he dies to Zaiwu coming into that cat play. He's here for the fight. He's enjoying every second of it. And Rops, he sets up a 3v5, but they don't let this breathe. Apex runs into this op shot.
Alone.
It sets up the longest flank ever. 9-10 doesn't have to run a single step. If that kill doesn't come down, the flank doesn't happen at all.
And he waits perfectly, just lets that Rops push over the corner so that the third person doesn't get a chance to spin, gets the jump on the guy to the left, perfect target selection, perfect amount of patience, doesn't overcook that one at all.
No.
Lets one of the 3 get too far to trade,
Also-
and then hits the shots on the 2.
Also, we're talking about a minute timing. He's turning the corner. You don't see him stop. You're also seeing him, you know, he's mentally thinking about the clock here. If that was a minute 30, maybe he chills a second.
Sure.
You know, but at a minute, they have to start picking a site. They can't hold on to mid-control forever. So he kind of knew that was his ace in the hole. Beautiful round at a 9-10. A stunning map so far here for the Mongols.
Yeah, ace in the hole, all right.
Yeah. Oh, and the op goes at a B. They're going to run into it. Oh!
Yay!
What?
All right.
We got both.
More of that. Mezzi somehow swings through, demolishes the B defense, and that's a bit of X Factor coming out of the Brit.
Okay. Day is saved.
We're going
for Vitality.
multi-frag to multi-frag after going 3v5 to 3v5. Vitality needed a hero, and who knew it'd be the big man from Birmingham.
That serves as a timeout in some sense. That's a wake up because what the heck? You have the tactic right now, Mongols, Molly Mezzi, but it's not a rifle holding it.
Damn.
It's an op holding it. I hope you peek. He does peek. The op shot gets missed, and he gets both players anyways. It is a perfect trap for Mezzi, and he just shoots his way out. That was nasty aiming.
Do you remember what Mezzi's shoot bind is? It's not spacebar, is it?
He doesn't he shoot with left click, but he just walks with right click?
I thought he walked with left click. I mean, look, the guy's a freak of nature.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what his shoot bind was.
Nobody knows what
there
it
is. There are like a couple French players that use like a non-mouse click shoot bind, but Phil.
And that little jiggle, that little crouch, uncrouch, crouch, that little French flair on that one. Okay.
He's French now?
No, a little French flair.
Oh, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like it just,
Right.
I don't know. He's been hanging out with Zaiwu and Apex.
Right.
He gets bullied for his
Funny 'cause,
nationality all
yeah,
the time.
I mean, yeah, they kind of constantly remind him how not French he is, actually. All right, yeah, I mean, it's a wake-up call. It's time out here for the Mongols, because also, they don't want to let anything go. That's one round they'll have to take on the chin. But Vitality have had a few of those already.
Just for the record, that just put an end to the 7-round streak from the Mongols. 5 of them on this, what was previously flawless CT side. So there's no denying that it's not too far gone. But when it banks off of that moment from Mezzi, who else Who else, Vitality, is going to step up to the plate like that? Should be, could be ZywOo.
Just leaves. Oops.
And he knows they would have done something to get him out of there, so
Yeah.
might as well just leave ahead of time. Make sure you don't get clipped on the way out once they predict you running through flames.
Since he decides he's more useful alive, he'll take a more passive position. And this push again from Apex coming up the ramp this time. They flashing through. Beautiful.
Excellent push with that third player towards Cat as well. Blitz, no triple kill.
One above.
But the Cat position here from Senzu is exactly what they need. He
And
comes
that bomb.
back at the fight. Bomb drop down, bottom con. Techno kills Apex, who again is just going sprinting at the action.
Yeah.
While
Rops now.
Robs was still over towards Ticket.
This is a nightmare spot, right?
But he's got a 1v1 rate. Oh, never mind.
Wow, he doesn't think that the CTs would try that, but Mongols, they roam. You know, they will walk around the map, they will take risks, they will split up in these 2-on-1 positions, make it even harder. But it does leave a door open. Let's see if Robs can figure this out. Oh, that's how he's watching it.
Owned.
That's a great risk to take. If it came Robs coming to CT,
Yep.
maybe he gets cleared. If not, how are you supposed to expect that?
That's 12, folks. 5 map points for the Mongols. Another one-off round win. We haven't had consecutive round wins for Vitality since that 4-0 start at the beginning of this game. And this flash into connector,
Crazy.
killer. Totally neutralizes ZywOo, effectively trades out both the other pieces that were there to support the French op. And so Vitality are just getting picked apart.
Truly, I'm surprised that they were able to pull that off because there was the A ramp pressure as well. How are they having a flash coming from Ticket, double push through a smoking connector, organizing that, and then still aiming well? Nasty stuff here for the Mongols.
Ooh. Not ideal. Apex and Flamesy tagged up. Softened top mid. 3-player cohort for Vitality outside of the A site, met by fire for now.
Feels like they can already sense this exact coming.
I mean, Mongols have just been making moves. There have been a couple of them that have cost them. That double push into Palace for one earlier. But looking to end Mirage now with activity, and a missed op shot's gonna help. The T's get out from this ramp. Mzinho stops them right there on the call.
Oh, shut
triple
up.
kill from an A anchor. Flamesy's got the response, a triple of his own. 3-piece combos from 1 player per team. Bomb scooped up, could be planted for Apex.
Apex, does he walk into another engagement that's going to get dangerous?
Trying to hunt it down, but no real contact being given over by the Mongols. No confirmation of the last 2 positions between Senzu and Techno.
Oh, big risk. Could have been Senzu off Cat. He's not there.
It's no nades for the retake, and the kit here is on Techno. So if Techno dies deep inside Ticket, then all of a sudden this Senzu push-up from Connector is going to be made that much more desperate. But instead, Techno gets his kill. And if Dan can't clutch out from the bottom of the scoreboard, then just like in Austin, the Mongols are going to start this head-to-head so lopsided with a damning victory. And Apex gets baited out into the shots as the Mongols get ever closer. And from that corner, he goes down. But the kit is on top of the bomb. He's going to jump on this. And I believe he's got it. Celebrations here for the Mongols as they do it yet again.
Yeah, Mongols certainly had that round, and now they have the map as well. Once again, Maui, we get to see a bit of a Mongols masterclass on Mirage, particularly on that second half. We'll talk about that a bit later, but CT side for Mongols.
That's brought up. Hopefully this isn't the part of the game where we find out that the veto was the main difference, because Mongols set up a real chance for them to actually take this series now. That's breaking new ground in total. The last 2 times they played against Vitality on this map, they lost 13-8, they lost 13-6. Cologne and the Major. Now, when they lost at the Major, that was a choke. That was 9-10 getting really nervous and talking about it. That was the team just not looking good all of a sudden, getting too close to the sun. But Cologne was a real revenge match. For this to come up a 3rd time, you know they're got to be ready. My question is really about Apex, because his form on last map looked like his form in 2020. Too aggressive, too many risks. It felt like he wasn't really aware of, you know, the value of his life in some of these rounds. And that's just not a map that you would expect to see out of him. him on CT side on Inferno, you know, it's going to be very important that he's careful, especially about things like footsteps. Ooh, 2 clean pickoffs as well here for the start for the Mongols.
Well, well, well. You know, it took Mao's a long time before they were finally able to beat the beasts that were Vitality. Mongols have had that uphill battle as well. Pistol here would be valuable. 3 players left for Vitality to try to break through, and it doesn't look like they're gonna get anything. Falling with no kills in this pistol is nothing but a continuation of Mirage.
And I really like that Vu brought up the Mongols on their Inferno, because if you just look at, okay, their Inferno, they lose a lot. Well, they still have competitive maps, lots of them, in fact. And when we started talking about the Mongols in general, they were like, they could only play Inferno. It's not like they're ever uncomfortable on it. People started figuring them out. They evolved their map pool drastically to become the tier 1 team they are right now. And I think Vitality aren't going to be surprised if they play well.
Just like Austin, it is Senzu and 910 to top the charts for the Mirage win. Those 2 players came together like gods to kick off that grand finals. They're highest rated again today. Can they continue as Techno farms through with a bit of money made? It makes Senzu's cleanup all the easier. Worried about some kind of arch flank. Because it's Rops, you've got to consider all options. He gets 1 Tech 9 kill. Nade goes by him. Wide angle held by 2 CTs here, and that's going to take Rops down to 20 health. So he is time limited down as they convert with 3 alive. And step by step, this is going to start to feel more and more real for the Mongols.
Blitz had good quality rounds. Senzu was top of the board. Techno was hitting really good shots. Mzinho has been a very second best good player at the event for the Mongols. There's a lot of signs that show individual form is really important, and it's all looking super good.
I remember everything we said outside. It's great saying it and saying yes, yes, but now we need to show it, and we put the effort as individuals and together as a team that we need to fucking actually show it now. It's actions speak louder than words. Remember.
Oh my God! I'm not gonna lie. Mezzi giving a motivational speech is a recession indicator. That just seems like, when would you ever hear that from Mezzi? That's great to hear, but it also seems a little worrying.
I would say that's a first. At least for what we've caught or been told.
And I feel like he's the guy that it should come from.
Yeah.
We saw the rounds he offered Vitality last half.
910 triple kill. So really going to suck the life out of the room for Vitality in round 3. And the Zywoo Deeg's going to go down with nothing. The kills aren't even being found at the moment. So not the best look for Vitality out of the gate. 1 kill in the last round, 2 in the force buy prior. 3 kills in the first 3 rounds of play for all of Vitality together. Actions speak louder than words. So let's see what the first gun round of full-fledged AKs can give us.
Not only as a British player won the major, he's also here to help Europeans figure out how to be good again.
Not just any Europeans either, the French. Ooh, bad incendiary from the Mongols. Burning the rooftops. Very liberal with the utility out of the gate. We hit a minute 15.
I am shocked that after that Mezzi 2K and B apps in that round they ran over Mongols, that Mongol Vitality didn't wake up. They just quickly lost anyways. A little bit of leverage like that last season and forget about it. You're going overtime minimum. Time for Vitality to answer back. Even if they don't win this round, let's see if they can get some kills, because Mongols are about to get a little too rich. Okay, full exact is coming. That flash is looking solid. 3 blind. That was so good. Fade away, Iverson flash.
And a huge fallback too, right? Right into the middle of that bomb site. Senzu holds the other end of it. Vitality are not finding any easy openings. The Deagle's even hitting headshots. I mean, Senzu's got a gun, and he's out in the Deagle, keeping all 5 players of the Mongols up and standing. Are we watching a catastrophic failure here for Vitality tonight?
Honestly, I feel like we saw when Mouse picked up their victory over them, middle tournament, that was something a little bit odd. What we saw from Apex's individual performance last map, okay, starting to wonder. What we saw versus Liquid, yes, they won, but almost everybody's thought ubiquitously was, what's wrong with Vitality, even though they closed it out. It could have been a wake-up call, maybe it wasn't.
Wood's gonna charge through smoke. He's covered by Techno, so all's good in that regard. Oh, and he sprays down, making sure nobody can trade. I mean, they are just ripping flesh from bone. Piece by piece, Vitality falling apart at the seams as another round with no bomb plant, yet to have planted that bomb this entire half, 5 rounds deep, and still 3 kills in 5 rounds of play.
I mean, the trajectory, if you could see it, is insane for the CT side right now. The amount of money that's being made already, Vitality aren't putting a dent in it. They're not getting any kills. 3 players have no frags.
Apex, ZywOo, and Flamesy.
Everybody knows what it's like to be on the wrong end of an Inferno that's not going well. It feels suffocating. It takes forever. You're eating so much utility and damage. That's what's happening right now to Vitality. This is how the Mongols felt at the Major.
Nobody would really blame a team who had never been that deep at a Major with all of the lights on them.
Yeah.
The chance in Austin.
The lights were brighter than
thousands and thousands of people back home in the middle of the night cheering you on from the other side of the world. They broke new ground in Austin, and that alone was worth praise, but there's no denying they themselves admit they felt the pressure and fell apart. But here in Malta, there's a little less pressure. You took your beating in Cologne as well. That's kind of just letting Vitality get a second one over you. Maybe you weren't there yet mentally, ready to best these beasts. Today is a different day and an entirely different looking Vitality. And I mean that in no positive way. Average damage per round for ZywOo is 4. Over 5 rounds of play. As the utility just continues to pepper them as they take a step up into Banana. I don't think a Vitality player has stepped foot on a bomb site yet, let alone planted a bomb, and most of which barely getting killed. But ZywOo finds the first.
Glad you got that damage stat in right before this kill. Of course, he had to answer back right away. But yes, getting through the front door on either side of the map has been the issue for sure. Some supports coming over. No boost in place. Maybe there'll be one. Nope, not for the T side. The full exec, I wonder, you know, if the CTs are going to clue into this. They're still split up 2-2 to sites. One light smoke, and that cache of utility is still offering more. Techno is another one. They're going to have to go through this.
Take more chip damage, but that frag not as bad as it could have been. 910's got a very bit of pillar to just hide behind, and is it really just enough? Oh, of course!
They're holding it.
Quad kill from 910! Immovable on B!
Perfect play off the pillar. It's a 2-on-5. No rotations there from the A site players. 2 guys in the back of the site, knowing they're not going to get any support. Utility players, nothing. They have to do all the fragging. 910 puts up the quad.
What an awesome POV. Perfect target selection, just enough of a jiggle on each side of that pillar for each of those kills.
910's here to make up for Austin, where he was the one who
13 and 1.
Yeah, the ace in the first map as well. He's here to say nobody beats Mongols 8 times in a row.
Fall back as the Tech-9s come sprinting at him. No way he gives us another highlight.
Oh, that up.
ZywOo's Deagle finds its mark. Mzinho inside of the pit. How many does he take down on the approach as the headshots come out left and right? But the Tech-9s go over top of the graveyard bomb on Mezzi. Needs to cross over. That smoke should provide the cover. Should. Because already you've got this test up short side. And Mezzi's still yet to move over. He throws the bomb to ZywOo instead. And while there's a player towards pit, awkwardly jumping up was Techno. ZywOo finally scoops that thing up.
Are they going to swing this? Blitz is here, short side.
Flamesy's got to be on the recovery. Horrible first map. ZywOo into the AWP has got his. And it is Vitality to try to steamroll their way through. A two-player setup on A. May have had lesser weapons, but there's no denying they cranked the tempo of this game because you are starting to cage an animal in Vitality. Map up, 6-0 lead. They are going to start acting desperate, and this Tech-9 rush was exactly that. But a bit of promise here from ZywOo with a multi-frag. Finally, something Vitality can talk about.
And not only does he close it with the op kill, he gets this 1D. If he doesn't take 9-10 out right here, 1 kill back, and he knows that he could save the day. Mzinho does a miraculous job of killing both short side players. But ZywOo had to hit that op, that Deagle shot, had to get that op. And that's what won it for Vitality. That's leverage. That's frustrating, but it was still an expensive round. It's still not expensive enough for the Mongols where they can't buy. I think they're foreseeing and hoping that it would be a rifle to take them down. That would be the first sort of chip damage they'd have to deal with, but right back to a full strength buy on everybody. Apex only had 8 kills last map. Still yet to get on the board.
Sure, you shut down 9-10 last round, but if he taps right back into the way he started this game, there is a chance that Vitality are still in the depths of a world of hurt. Confident positioning here for 9-10. Back turn to him, easy pickup for Flamesy. He's sent down, spiraling out of control. 1-7, quick chase from Rops.
I've seen him do that before, that was clean.
It's gonna draw more of Vitality's pieces in this direction, and you know that the Mongols can sense it. Senzu and Blitz now on the scene.
Looks like they want to hard commit this site. I don't know if they actually will. There's lots of time to change their mind, but that nade
it, and then they follow suit
instead of a flash.
But I mean, are the T's gonna be ready? Flamesy.
Rops is not looking at
Dead
it.
already, Rops not prepared. Then the trade potential. Senzu just shaves that shot around and another onto Apex. Sayonara. Frag grenade as he sails away.
That's star player quality right there. He gets to 9 and 1 off of that 3K. ZywOo bought him a little bit of leverage with his Deagle op play last round, but now 1-on-3.
Low health Senzu, and you know ZywOo's got to climb over the fence, right into the head, but he lets his guard down. 9-10 closes. Doesn't have to be the star because Senzu's hard commitment up into the apartments, a worthwhile double up push, because if not, no trades.
You got to have that star core, and so we can talk about 9-10, but Senzu's right there. This is nuts. Look, he just walks out slightly for that extra damage.
And this?
Audacious. And that was to deny Apex back into the game as well, I think.
The hell with just Apex, still 0 kills.
Yeah.
That denies Vitality any consecutive round wins, and a second pause burned here by Xtaz. Team Vitality are in a tailspin.
It's one thing to lose. It's another thing to get crushed. No one positive KD on Vitality. No one negative KD on the Mongols. Great rounds on both sides of the map here for the CTs. They've only won a force up, a half buy.
An all-in rush to A.
Yeah.
And even that, for a second, looked like they were still somehow going to trip up at the end of it. Bomb wasn't getting thrown over from Graveyard.
Yeah.
They might have a round win, but you can't say Vitality have looked confident at any point in these first 8 rounds. Snapshot
Oh, that's nasty.
from 9-10.
That's nasty. That's the side he wasn't ready for. Blitz has the CT rotation as well. 9-10 can focus on the A lean. They're going to need a miraculous 2K here, the T side. The setup is perfect for this. Oh, there's a dink.
They're getting closer, dangerously closer, but you've still got this ace up the sleeve. Mzinho in the corner. It's going to take a wide swing. Senzu's triple.
Can't be stopped.
Stopping them in their tracks.
And that Blitz early rotation allowed 9-10 to come back to Arch. Once they got their first kill, they have a perfect setup to deal with everyone coming out of lane. They didn't think anyone would be playing cold. They thought it was one guy on site. Maybe they'd have to crack open mini pit as well. Not the case. Great shot to set him up. And after that, full preparation here for the CTs. I love that Senzu got his molly out too. Because they felt they needed to go.
This Vitality roster is 21-3 on Inferno. Sure, this is where that win streak was lost. And a lopsided loss to MOUZ right thereafter, but the recovery looked well underway. They've played it 3 times since their last loss. 2 of those wins over the Mongols. But maybe you've just given the Mongols reps. And now 9-10 with a newfound confidence is going to get charged down. Missed second shot, so only the 1 frag. Senzu's still here to recover because the Tech-9's getting pulled apart. But the AWP changes hands. ZywOo's got it. And if ZywOo's alive, then so are Vitality. At least here with a chance, so it seems. Techno slips the net. And as the T's make sound, it looked like they were ready. Tech-9 survives and ZywOo charges it with the smoke in front of him. That is an open route to B.
He's even going to spam this, yep. But Techno won't be there. It'll have to be the 1-on-2. He assumes right. They're both rotating in from the same way. ZywOo, can he save the day again?
They're going to charge in, get close to that smoke. Low health, the front runner in Techno. 16 HP. He's going for the Tech-9 off their flashy peaks. And the trade's good from Mzinho.
There's a play to bait them into pushing. He had a chance to get those kills, but it's too much to ask, isn't it, to have ZywOo save it one more time. 9-1 here for the Mongols. He's really playing his heart out, honestly. I mean, considering the start that he had. This is systematic destruction here for the Mongols. Apex still hasn't got a kill.
I don't know what was said outside by Vitality, whatever Mezzi was alluding to. But when he said actions speak louder than words, there's a lack of action for success in Vitality's camp right now. They have lost control of this situation. 2 rounds left on this T side. A map they have seemingly always been able to bank on. Silver Lining looks like they've got the numbers advantage here on A, but the individual advantage is non-existent at the moment. Back turn towards Mzinho, just pulls them apart. Another triple kill, and Senzu in secrecy found Apex his first kill 11 rounds into this map.
And it could be the difference maker 100%. Him and Rops will have to work together. Really coming from the bottom of the board here. Blitz has an op in his hand. And there's so much money to play with, they're 100% going for this one way or another. They've got a smoke, but how are they going to figure out Rops is up here?
Apex leans back, here's the step towards truck. Sitting duck was Techno 4K. Blitz wants that KO, trade back, but no sir, denied. Apex waits 11 rounds to get onto the scoreboard, but when he does it, it comes in spades. 3 kills to his name as he flies out balcony and gets this second round to the scoreboard.
I mean, the kill is actually, it's not cosmetic. He needed to get the mini pick kill. His teammate on site had no idea this needed to happen. Bait setup was actually really nice for the Mongols, so
Nice!
it's a drop in the bucket, but it's an important one.
Techno's deep nade. Oh, look at that damage.
Wow.
You want to try to get the momentum rolling in the final round of this half, and you meet a nade on arrival, another one.
Ooh.
And then on top of that, Zywoo, who had dodged all the damage, just gets cleaned up with a headshot off the M4, 9-10, confident peek, extending this into the 5 versus 3.
They don't change when things go wrong. That's one thing that's hallmark to the Mongols. They keep going at the same pace, the same tempo, and the same confidence.
On the brink of double digits this round, forced to slow down. And another smoke put ahead of an Apex on an op. Hold this angle all you want.
Yeah, and that's info too.
Wow. A stunning CT side here from the Mongols. Inferno is the map. The Vitality have lost the worst in their existence as a roster. That 13-3 to Legacy went down here. The first crack we ever saw in their armor. Senzu on the CT cross, no immediate trade, blitz backside cleared. Rops, what do you have left in store? 14 health, a 1v3, nothing more for the taking. Double digits on a CT side. You are indeed witnessing Vitality falling apart.
We're here with the famed Team Vitality Brit, and you're going to be taking us through your settings. We're also using the brand new Asus ROG 600Hz monitor, 0.1 millisecond response time, so let's check it out. What's the first thing you do when you sit down at a PC?
First thing is probably the NVIDIA. Like always put full screen here, keep the Hertz 600, whatever it's set, and then color settings. I never change the brightness and the contrast, you keep the same and change everything else, like the brightness and the feeling on the monitor afterwards. Digital vibrance I usually put around 75%.
Orange boy.
Yeah, I like it pretty colorful, so sometimes like even put it up to 100 and then all this kind of stuff. This is out of my realm, I kind of keep the 3D settings the same, and then for the monitor settings, like I say, the brightness and stuff, like I try and keep it quite low. Like I keep this around 65 and the contrast the same. I will change the blue light filter 0, and then the color 5000, and then saturation I'll put up a little bit as well, to like 60. And then the gamma, I think is 1.8, so it like brings the brightness up a little bit as well. Shadow boost, actually keep it level 1. And then we're good to go for the monitor settings. And then I'll usually go in game now and then just see like how it kind of feels.
Yeah, you've got some binds, I've heard.
Yeah, I think I can change it. Sensitivity I use 2.2.
400 DPI?
400 DPI, 2.2.
Have you gone up or have you gone down?
Yeah, I was at 1.8.
It's hard to do on CS2. I feel like you need higher sense.
Yeah, I think if I felt like if I could get used to a bit of a higher sense, then it would just benefit me.
Okay, let's go video settings then.
Of course, always full screen, 4:3. 1289 60.
Classic.
Feels good even though it's fast. Always stretch, sometimes black bars for a couple practice games or a deathmatch session. It feels a bit different, and then after that, like go back to stretching, it just feels like I'm playing a new game. And all of a sudden you feel so fast, like your aim feels crisp, and I don't know, like for me, just a huge refresh in the game.
And look at those hertz.
Yeah, 600 hertz.
More hertz better, right?
Yeah, you always got to max it out. Brightness stays at 93% for me.
All right, let's take us into the advanced video settings. This one is always debated.
Yeah.
Do you have anything special? Any tips here for getting the most out of it?
I always put it like at maximum FPS 0, just try and get the most, especially when you're using like the 600 hertz, nice to just max out the FPS. Keep 4x high, like the top I keep all default, and then the texture filtering I max out to 16. I think this one you've always got to keep high. Like
Shadows,
in
yeah.
CSGO, you could still have them like medium or low and still see shadows pretty well, but in CS2, like you clearly see the difference. Got to still make the game look good, especially playing 12, 8, 9, 6 yesterday.
Get the wins where you can.
Yeah.
This was the CS setup brought to you by Asus, so thank you very much, Mezzy, and best of luck in Blast Bounty.
Thank you.
Mezzy was the beast that nearly kept them in it on Mirage, and so you should know his settings. Thank you, Hugo Byron. Little content to hopefully inspire the Vitality squads. If you are cheering for Vitality, you better be a little louder, because at the moment they are getting smashed here on Inferno. It is an almost unbelievable scene, but 10 rounds over the 2 of Vitality, a CT side that looked damn near impenetrable. 6-round streak out of the gate with no bomb plants. 6 rounds at the beginning that only had 4 kills in them for Vitality. The Mongols have taken it to a new level tonight.
This is actually a G2 Hunter situation. They're looking at 10 wins in a row if Vitality win this. If they don't, Mongols have the chance to say the funniest thing possible. It's even funnier than Maus ending the streak back at Cologne. 9 series straight here. No answer back. Now they're 3 rounds away.
Robs Beretta's on the apartment. A whole horde of the Mongols coming his way. He's got a ton of support as well, right? Apex, Flamesy, Mezzy, everybody's here. And Apex finds his, but no way Robs goes down with nothing. It's a great position. It's a great weapon for the job. Apex wants to be the hero now. Flamesy trying to chip away as they fall down into the pit. It would take a 2v4. Vitality just looking for a chance to catch their breath, and they will do so off the captain's endeavors.
Yeah, that's massive here. What a start. And it's the captain's endeavors, as you say. It's so huge for Apex, and his personal confidence is probably at an absolute minimum at the moment. And he got it together to bring them an extra round at the end of the half, and now a couple of pistol kills that really helps fortify the attack site. Again, it's leverage. I mean, Zao did the exact same thing, but they haven't really fed off of it. Mezzy tried back on Mirage. They didn't really feed off of it. Now it's time for them to actually convert that into something tangible.
Scary thing for Vitality is they have fallen victim to buys like these. This one is very light, but the Tech-9s and Deegs have reared their ugly heads versus Vitality throughout this series.
I mean, if there's 2 guys you'd give a Deagle to, Senzu 910 right now, and Blitz has a 3rd, so I mean, just, yeah. I mean, brother. Oh, Apex.
They can pounce off this. It's Apex or nothing.
He's by himself.
Here and now. First one's good. Lineup's great. Apex on a FAMAS, good for the triple kill. Of course, that FAMAS is then going to exchange hands, and you have 910 on 20 kills, 5 deaths. Looking for a chance to embarrass Vitality. They will find footing in sight with a plant. Now it is a retake needed, and a retake that does not feature a kit. No tools, never mind. Picked up by Zywoo. Yeah. He's got it on the flank. Good thing he comes in from Banana. Smoke soon to fade. And with limited positions here for the Mongols, the Vitality squad will be looking deep into this bomb site with a massive health disadvantage. You can't see a way for them to pull it off, and they're going to ensure it doesn't happen. Vitality still with majority alive. Make sure they don't lose after taking pistol.
Man, it's really important that Apex in that spot gets all the kills that he does.
Immense.
I mean, otherwise it's actually very scary. We all know what it's like to get into a post plan on this T side. First shot's a message. Definitely a scary spot with the late rotation, but Apex trusts himself, and I think that's really important.
I think you see it in the position he chooses.
Yeah.
Super confident to lock yourself into the half wall, has to deliver a multi-frag, and I would even argue it catches the Mongols off guard. Not thinking that the guy at the bottom of the scoreboard who had 0 kills for 10 rounds would make a play like that.
So 2 kills in a bomb plant, though. Pretty decent eco.
Not to mention chipping away at Vitality. We see that FAMAS here now in Robs' hands.
Excellent.
Excellent indeed.
Man, the CT's got nothing out of this. Look at Flamesy and Mezzy. They're beat to a pulp already. It's very rare to see the T's win out on utility from the bottom of Banana in this fashion. Might need to be the kill here for Apex. Ooh, scary moment. Or sorry, that was Robs inside a boiler. Of course. This reorganization of the CTs. This Mezzy starting to come back. Money's low. They've got a good amount of utility. It's mostly on Apex right now, however. There's so much movement from the CTs, but it's all from the perimeter. No one's actually pushed anything. So they're flying pretty blind at the moment, and it's Mongols who have to actually make a decision. The bomb is out here at B. I don't think they're expecting this.
Apex starts dumping his grenades, and it's worth the damage.
Full-blown A attack, 20 seconds to go. This is where mistakes can get made.
And low health Mezzy. Oh, the first thread to be pulled on. Will they unravel? Rob's waiting for the lineup. Flash is making it awkward, and he goes down empty-handed as well. If it's not ZywOo, then it's the Mongols. And with 7 seconds on that clock, the bomb plant just comes through.
They put it together. Look at the HP bar, so low on 3 players. A lot of chances there for Vitality. I'd say I'd even like their position, honestly. It's just that Mezzy only has a FAMAS because Vitality are kind of broke. Those 2 kills, that bomb plant from last round, actually makes kind of a difference here. Not the most to work with. No 4th player over towards the A site. I want to say they didn't necessarily need it. They just needed it right now because it's 11 rounds for the Mongols. In a normal game, you could have the bandwidth to afford to blow a position like that every once in a while, but 5 alive on this attack, that might be a bridge too far. Terrorists win. They can't buy a kill right now. Oh, man.
And no early celebrations for the Mongols, just laser focused on closing out this map. And to do it in such an embarrassing fashion.
Yeah, the investment's coming down. I mean, this could be 2 in a row straight up for Mongols if they play their cards right. Again, we saw them get more utility damage from the bottom of Banana than Vitality could find. On the CT defense, Mezzy instantly destroyed.
Insta headshot here from Techno. Takes a few more steps closer to the B site where Flamesy will operate alone.
Is that 3 for 3 on destroying the half wall peaks? They were just...
Yes. Everything other than Apex with the FAMAS hold. And even if it's not the half wall peak, it's the nades that go beyond it.
Oh.
We saw Flamesy and Mezzy sub 50 health in a matter of seconds last round. Frag grenades with their names on it. ZywOo, good lineup. He takes half his health in damage in return, though.
The bomb comes forward into it. They molly the bottom of Balk. Let's see if this gets cleared properly.
They try to bring it to Robs, but he gets away unscathed.
They'll still
seething. As he tries to bring this game back for Vitality, you can see him thinking maybe he takes another look at this brackets peak.
They really believe the rotation happened on Arch. They're coming at it quietly. They're not even worried about this. Robs, this is the perfect play, surely. Yeah, he's got the timing.
But Bomb's still ahead of where he gets his kill, and Apex fully tucked down beneath in pit. Blitz sees an opening. He's able to push past the arches for the time being. When does the balcony player join in?
They're confused.
Mzinho starts chucking out Molotovs, letting him know where he is. Apex is yet to pop up. That MP9 with a back turn. Trade out of Blitz. And Robs is the anchor that will hold them back critically from short side, making sure that this one's not over just yet.
That's a great move from Robs to find that pickoff. Full kit of utility following behind Blitz as they were about to walk through Arch the entire way. It could have been a fake. It could have been one guy instead of the 2 that he found. And if he didn't make that push, the CTs would have been even more confused than they were towards the end of that round. That's solid. 4v5 win here for Vitality. And it gets the money back online. Without that round, you'd call this game done. But what are they going to do about this early portion of the round over on Banana? Like, it is getting absolutely dominated by Mongols.
Flash in for Flamesy.
There's a
So
smoke
difficult
finally.
to get this fight going. And oh, that is a clean snap over for the second. Makes quick work of a player through smoke and finally gives Vitality maybe a chance to relax for even half a second.
I don't know if there's anything happened in their smokes before, but they were getting shot open choke point at the bottom of Banana over and over again. This is the first time they've actually used their flash to try to attack Bell on this attack. Mongols quickly down to 3. Flamesy chatting about what he just saw.
Smoke on their arrival, utility right back and a boost over to try to find an angle, but not with Flamesy on oranges like this. Oh, but
Nice.
you hop around and Apex sees that as an invite, so
That's it. That's key, man. On Inferno, it's got to be timings like that.
keeping up the pressure, and at 30 seconds, Mongol's gonna throw a Hail Mary at the B site. Bit more spam comes through for Mezzy. Challenge for Apex and Flamesy, and this is now starting to be a confidence-building B site. It's a long road to get back to where they are used to, but step by step, round by round, it is a 5-round gap, and finally a chance for Flamesy to find any kind of success, barreling down from Banana and getting this double kill out of the gate.
Yeah, it feels like this is where the rubbers meet in the road a little bit. They're well, good to see they're still smiling about things. And the tactics are looking good. I mean, here's a moment where they just look normal at least. Bottom B smoke, car flash as they attack Bell and they take control. It's
Blitz ahead of this. Ooh, had a chance. You find Flamesy looking the wrong way, but Desert Eagle shots elusive. Round 18 is just a chance to beat up the Mongols a little bit. Try to put that dent in the confidence. It's one thing to win a map over top of Vitality. It's another thing to dominate them on a CT side, but to close out in a 2-0 fashion is something the Mongols have dreamed of and never done. So here they sit at 11. And we're not talking about the big lights, and we're not talking about a packed out Moody Center, but there is still an element of pressure when it comes to a close over this year's #1 team.
definitely, it's their biggest threat. I mean, there is something about the Mongols where they can make their deep run and they broke through where Aurora couldn't and showed that they deserve a seat at the table when it comes to the top tier 1 teams, and they're looking for that massive tournament win, but they're consistently competitive. But versus the top 5 teams, they still have a chip on their shoulder.
I mean, they have not beaten Spirit, MOUZ, or Vitality in a BO3 this year. It's as simple as that. You are forever #4 if you are to be the top 4 team.
Yeah, and even then, it feels odd. Okay, Vitality's an exception because they didn't lose to almost anybody until recently. But 2 out of the top 5, especially the only other 2 that are likely to win events, you need to prove yourselves against them. Well, maybe they'll just start with a top dog. We'll see.
Another chance to secure that coveted 12th round. And activity from Vitality is, again, you kind of put them against the wall, forcing their hand to make moves. They will continue to try to find that mojo, that level of success.
I love the moves now here for Vitality.
It's the type of moves that you can only start making when you've earned a little more confidence.
Yeah, it's quite an expensive banana retake right there. No mollies on this round now for Vitality. This could actually be counted here for the Mongols.
I also think it has to be said before maybe this game is over, Apex on a recovery mission and a half. Was what, 0 and 10? He remains instrumental as this affinity for the B site out of the Mongols remains. 45 to the clock, smoke in front of them. Are they gonna try to shove their way through Flamesy? He is in this position right behind barrels. It's a one and done.
They know where he's playing from.
Nobody coming to help you, Apex. It is now or never. And as he shakes off the second, he proves he's still got this, tying his kills to death. An unthinkable scoreline for him to have after the first 10 rounds of play.
No, that's an unreal round out of Apex. in that spot. They knew when Flamesy took that flash exactly where he was. But here's 910 in a clutch.
It's a big but, because 910 gets halfway through this 1v4, and they let him plant, and now he looks for that third headshot. He's reading it, but a good re-aggression from ZywOo to go wide as he thinks Banana's being held.
Nice.
Apex was the man to put the nail in the coffin in Austin. He dominated the Mongols on Inferno to close. And here we are, finding life late in this game, a solo B defense.
Let's look at the second burst.
Bop!
Oh, how'd he find that? He may have just saved the day here for Vitality. This series, he's really giveth and taken away.
And of all the rounds you've seen Apex pull out with impact from his own guns, there is no pop-off, there is no trash talk. This is still Vitality focused on that 3-round gap. And in these rounds, we've had Vitality at the start of them making moves and applying pressure that the Mongols have yet to really get away from. Fine, go ahead, dodge these grenades. Just sit back in your spawn until they've all been popped. But that still doesn't put the Mongols on a bomb site.
I mean, this is pretty solid for Vitality. They've got the 4 over towards A. Now they've had a lot of map control that I think Mongols aren't used to so far this game. They're running into 4 CTs.
Ooh, backs turn, they clear.
Oh,
Mezzy waits half a
excellent.
second. It's a recovery here from ZywOo with the 1.
It's a bit of a fake though. 40 seconds are coming back to Flamesy.
Incendiary on his belt. Does Flamesy draw?
Oh, what is that?
A single shot around the corner, fire right in front. And a cache of grenades as he puts the smoke down on it. 30 seconds, crosses over. Oranges gets held. And with Flamesy right here in his position, it's a climb over top. Techno's got the headshot. But it's still Vitality with this man advantage. 15 seconds on the clock. The bomb gets picked up. He's running over to A.
No, I mean, there's no time to go back to this. Surely, like, you can't make this happen. He
Not
knows that
even knife
Sansu
out.
can't help him.
It's done. He tries to leave in an act of desperation. It would take the frags, and that's never going to happen. The Mongols are starting to fall apart themselves now.
That was a spot. I think Techno thought he had the bomb, and he would have had a couple extra seconds to escape. But when he didn't get it, there was no chance. Now, there is a case to be made. He's going to lose that round on B if Senzu's on that lurk. So leaving was always the best decision.
Wow.
But, wow, yeah. The moments here for Vitality that show us that they can do this.
Because we weren't getting any of these X-Factor moments out of Vitality in the first half.
And I didn't think it was going to be the B-side players, man. I mean, maybe Flamesy after Mirage, but Apex after Mirage? No, I wasn't sure about that.
Bottom feeder.
Oh.
But here we go. 5v4. And rounds like these with lesser buys have been the bane of Vitality tonight.
They don't know about all the money
Rock's
right now.
fully blind. Peeks into that one and goes down. And so the 12th could have just been given over, if not for Mezzy. 5 and 16 here on Inferno, with all of the Mongols in front of him. It's a double nade, and Mezzy finds position in that backside with Apex support here from Moto. Flamesy's element of surprise is indeed good enough, but between both still sits Senzu. 28 health, he gets the first, and with it a little position on the other side of the site. And now with hands back on that gun, Flamesy's got around him. Senzu doesn't know it. He backs up and still Vitality fight on.
The full route. It's the double nade. You see Apex smiling. Now they saved it again. Another miracle for Vitality. And Mezzy, even though he didn't put up the full hold, he had the first HE around the corner that helped soften them up. This made it possible. Oh.
And the crawl behind.
Now, this is actually a spot where the plant going down maybe keeps this game interesting. So many close calls. but only a single T round so far this half for the Mongols.
Oh, the HG!
Nice.
Oh, this game. It's fucking crazy.
Now you have Vitality enjoying the moment. Utility damage for Dan. A lot of that off of Banana. They've gone and avoided it ever since it kicked off. But a fast charge.
They don't slow down.
It's a rapid pace. Rops is under pressure. ZywOo's nade gets the opening. This is full guns, and they're already right there on the brink of sight. ZywOo goes down as Rops lets him get a little further. Supported flashbang over top. Fire in the bomb sites, burning Rops. But he's found Sanctuary, even though he loses his 2 rotates. Look at that damage, and a fast flank denied. It's just the one and done.
How can they call rounds like this? Look how low they are. 15 and 4 HP in this 2v2.
Molotov deep into the site. Rops is going to use that to figure out exactly where you are. The Mongols try to throw caution to the wind, and the clutch is still on from 15 health to 4.
4 health. Apex, the man who has equalized his kills and deaths after starting 0 and 10, now has to go up against 9-10, who has put up an ace and another top frag on Inferno. He has to read this situation. He has to counter a guy who could die tripping over 4 HP.
The frag, the incendiary, a single bullet. That is all Apex needs, and stomping into this bomb site, full confidence. 9-10 gets crossed over.
No nade coming through.
Dan just needs to hit any bit of damage. But if 9-10 peeks and takes his head off, then we'd be looking at 12-10 instead. Tied game.
Yeah, that's the experience coming through. 9-10 shaking his head a little bit. Now they have to realize that this lead has totally vanished. 11-11.
It is one thing to beat Vitality on Mirage, a map you've done it again. You thought you had them on the brink of defeat.
I'll give it to Blitz. I'll give it to Mara. This call is absolutely ludicrous. Coming up mid-fast, clearly they weren't entirely prepared for it, but their utility kind of set differently. Nades landed in the right spot. They didn't all die to this rush coming down. But the Mongols getting successful bomb plants is keeping their money alive. There's still an op here on 9-10.
And there's still a pulse on Vitality. Clearly, hearts pounding as they're ever closer, but 9-10 from within the utility. It is another man advantage to try and catch the coveted 12th round.
They just never let off the gas pedal, ever, period. They always try something early. They get that pick play. In a game that's become oh so CT-sided, making those plays happen early might be the best chance to do it. Yes, they're going for the reclear on middle so they can rotate out if no one's here.
Oh, that smoke gives Mezzi a position. ZywOo offers up a bit of health here.
Wait, they think Mezzi's going to get killed. Mezzi's in the clear.
Back turned! Oh. Mezzi's going to get it over the line, but look, they're bursting over to B with no bomb.
Yeah,
so suddenly there's only 2. The 4th player's going to pick it up. At least that's the plan.
They know the site's open.
Look at the small mistakes being made. Double smoke grenade here for the cross. The Mongols are frazzled in a scramble to this site.
But they've got the site now.
Can they hold it before bomb even arrives? Player in the backdrop. Mezzi bests 9-10. Flamesy gets down into the pit, and that bomb is still not with them. Techno from inside this site beckons. Come on in. Whoever it is, my teammates are enemies. And Techno gets another, but still the bomb's not crossed.
The bomb is going to go back. Techno's left alone in the site. Spray goes down. One-on-one again. ZywOo versus Blitz.
This time 50 health.
He can plant and go anywhere.
In-game leader of Team Vitality was able to pull it off. There is 1 terrorist round win so far for the Mongols, and ZywOo's already breathing down your neck.
He escaped, went to big pit. ZywOo, will he figure this out?
Smoke 2 flashes,
Surely
doesn't have a kit. He's got to play this one fast. Blitz has got that AK. If ZywOo is meant to be the difference maker, then this is the moment. Apex is recovered. Can ZywOo get 12? Oh, yeah! Blitz clutch! You give him a chance, and he'll snare you. Finally, that 12 hits the board.
He crouched.
It wasn't a boring op shot. It was a much-needed clutch, and he misses.
My God.
Looking the wrong direction.
He crouched. Oh my God, he crouched.
But why?
He just crouched.
But why?
He was just clearing lane. He was just crouching to clear lane, had no idea ZywOo was there. ZywOo cut off the right side of default, knew he had to play left, wasn't going to sit on default. He knew exactly where Blitz was. Blitz got lucky.
Fate works in mysterious ways.
That's why you don't give up a lead. That's why you have a better first half. After all of these chances, and Mongols have brought a lot of these situations close, they finally get one. Or one more, I should say, a second T round in this half. Oh my goodness. And I mean,
And ZywOo
I've got to
bites.
call a spade here. Blitz had no idea he was there. ZywOo knew exactly where he was.
And what does that shot look like from Blitz? Because he catches a jumping ZywOo. 50 health, sure, but still doesn't let ZywOo get off a second shot. But they can't deny Vitality this second chance at 12 themselves. The comeback's great, but the upset would be even sweeter. A 4v5 that nearly came back to Vitality. Techno fighting inside of that B site for his life.
It's a total testamental. Moments like that are going to happen. This is Counter-Strike. That's why we go so many rounds. Vitality, they've got to show us mental resilience just to make this an overtime game. It feels like the game has deserved it based on how close this has been all the way through. The calling has been fearless from the Mongols. They're trying, but Vitality are answering back. As Flamesy said, he likes when teams play fast.
Drops into the apartments. Tim versus Mzinho.
Yeah, the two lurkers.
No help.
He didn't clear it.
Mzinho gets an easy Mac 10 frag, not to mention then the upgrade. ZywOo's up here on a silver platter, ready for the fights off short side. He catches the straggler, the front-running Techno cut down with no trade. Mezzi dives into the site, and he gets his. No, never mind, it's ZywOo with impact again from Pit. Blitz now on the recovery.
That's free.
Catches the counterpart. Apex walks through smoke to his demise. And there goes Mezzi with him. Blitz will be the difference in their 10th outing versus 2025's #1. All they've got to do is best Flamesy. Smoke in front of him, flash to try to fight, and he's going to keep this tempo electric. Trying to chase them, he'll find nothing. Their first victory over top, a top 3 team, 2-0 Vitality. The Mongols making Genghis proud.
They do this to make grand finals. They step over top of the big dogs just like MOUZ did